Good morning, everyone. If you're new here, my name is Leslie, and you wandered into my little crafting corner of the internet. Then, of course, if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm glad to see you return. I'm going to do a very quick overview of the February Spellbinders Card Making Kit. Why, you ask, am I just doing February? It just came literally yesterday. Love the Postal Service for that one. That's okay. Guess what comes today? The January kit and a little bit of a sales kit. Um, so I'm excited to get those. They are not here yet, but they are coming today. The January kit wasn't all about the mail. There was a holdup on some of the stuff at the factory, and so it went out a little later than normal. But hey, I'm not going to complain. I love their kits. So let's go down and we will do a quick overview of what came in the February 2025 Spellbinders kit. And then we will make a quick little card in a way that will prove to you that you don't need fancy kits or anything else. You can go to the dollar store, you can get what you need, you can make cards and still be very happy with the results. So down here we have the clear stamp and die of the month. And this is called Spring Smiles. Here we go. Here is the back of the packaging. I'm going to zoom you in a bit here. So forgive the sudden movement. We'll get you zoomed in just so that you can see a bit better. There we go. So this is the clear stamp of the month. The sayings are bright days ahead, warm Easter wishes, sending spring smiles, and springtime magic enclosed. And the matching dies come with, and of course, as always, there's a picture on the back. So those two go together. Then we have the large die of the month, which I think is one of my favorites, okay? Look at this, dancing hoppy bunnies everywhere. You can be guaranteed that within the next week, you will be seeing a card made with this one because I have to make Easter cards, so why not, right? So there we go. That is the large die. And I think, yeah, this time it comes with 35 cutting dies. Now we have the small die of the month, which is Step into Spring with 17 cutting dies. And instructions, as always. Whoops, sorry guys, I'm going to angle it like that. On the back. I love this. We had something similar before, but this one is for spring. The last one was slippers for winter. And now we have the stitching die of the month, sorry. And it is called Stitched Scallop Card Front and Tag. I think these are beautiful. Look at that, guys. And you don't even have to stitch them. You would just end up with the design, right? That would be that. You would end up with the design. So there we go. Then, now this is referred to as the whole kit and caboodle. Okay? Should have made that clear first. Sorry, guys. This one is the better press of the month, and it is Lux Damask. Look at that, guys. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to love using this one. May your days be as bright as spring flowers. Thank you. And sending Easter blessings. So that is for the better press. And then we have, we'll just set that little guy aside for a minute, the stencil of the month, which comes with 5 layering stencils and is called Nature's Canvas. Very pretty. We have which one is this? Whoops. This is the embossing folder of the month wicker basket. And I'll show you the back because I know that the plastic stencil itself or folder itself is very hard to see. I love the size of these folders. So if you're just starting out and you're looking to maybe grab some embossing folders, maybe spend a little extra and get these ones. You get lots of space. You can do 2 or 3 things at once. This one here is called the Petite Bow, and it is the 3D embossing folder of the month. Now, I'll let you know, I have tried all of the tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them, to do embossing without some kind of a machine, a die cut machine, and I've never gotten it to work. So my suggestion is if you're going to take your card making a step forward and you want to use embossing folders and do all the things, purchase a good die cut machine. Okay. Now this one is the glimmer of the month, so you'll be using your hot foil. It comes with 5 hot foil plates and is called Spring Canopy. So there we go. And then we have it this way. Yes. There is the design it makes. I think that is beautiful. Alrighty. I'm going to now show you this one. And this was the wax seal of the month and only comes with the wax if you're using the whole kit and caboodle or the wax. I believe the wax seal of the month separate comes with it too, but I'd have to double check. These ones are Fern, it's called. So it's a very great spring color. And then it's a leaf motif. Okay. And then we have, for the glimmer hot foil of the month, to go with our glimmer die, we have Glimmer Aluminum, which looks kind of purplish to me. And my extra of the month, and I'm assuming everybody's, if they didn't run out, was this cute little one. And he has 4 cutting dies, and he's called Pip. Isn't that adorable? I love him. Alrighty, I am going to set up for our card, and I will be right back. All right, I am back, and I have stamped my images and cut out the bunny and cut out my greeting. The one that I used was Sending Spring Smiles. Now, you're going to say, but you promised me a card that I could make with items from the dollar store. And I did indeed. You can now, at this moment, at least at mine, get stamps for spring and Easter at the dollar store. And some of them even come with dies. So instead of buying new ones for myself, because I have lots, I just went ahead and used what I have. This paper here came from the dollar store. It was in like the crafting aisle, and it had a whole bunch of, let's call them paper cutoffs in a package. And they came in all different sizes and colors of the rainbow. And so I bought one of them and I'm using it now. Okay, let's do some quick coloring. And since I'm going with spring, I am going to use some spring colors just to color in. You could use crayons. You could use markers. You could not color if you didn't want to. The choice is yours, but the point is you can get crayons and markers from the dollar store, but a lot of people already have them at home. So when I say quick cards with things that you have at home, that is how I roll. Now, let's say that you couldn't find stamps. Well, don't forget that maybe you have a printer, and therefore you could use your printer to print out a card front. And then all you would have to do is using a paper trimmer. Now, I do have one from the dollar store, but it's gone next door to my granddaughter for now. She's making cards at home for her class. You can just cut out square, like what you need with the paper trimmer. Okay? That is how I made my card base. So, quick and simple is the name of the game. Okay? And I think I will go with, oh, what the heck. Let's go with a nice bright pink. You don't have to color every single flower if you don't want to, but I don't mind. I am not the world's best color person, but it is what it is. Now, keep in mind that you kind of want to pull your colors in. So let's say you used a bunny image. This would be a good time maybe to put your color into the ears if you've chosen to color. All right, now I am going to put a little kind of warning here for you. Please keep in mind that if you are buying the dollar store markers, you may not get the best color from them, but they will work. Please keep in mind if you are buying the dollar store stamp and dies and you're getting frustrated because you feel like you can't stamp or die, take a suggestion. Head off to, let's say, Michael's or Walmart and buy a set and see what the difference is, because sometimes it's all in the quality of the item that you're using. I just had to say that, okay? I'm going to stick in the same shades. So I think I will go with this purple. And we'll go to the dark side of it. I have bought the alcohol markers from the dollar store. They're not the worst markers I've ever used, for sure. I will say, though, that some of them in the package were already dried out, which was rather disappointing. And in just a moment, I will hold this up for you to see. Whew. Today is going to be another beautiful day here for us. And I am looking forward to taking the Black Devil back here that you can't see because he matches my chair for his WALK later, because he just loves getting out there and rolling in, of course, the dirt. It's what he does. But you know what? It's okay. He also visits the groomer once a month, gets himself a trim and a nice bath and some socializing. He is not an old dog, but my poodle has, my Charlie has the soul of an old dog. So there we go. Simple, basic coloring. And now we can put our card together. This card base is an A2, which means that it's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, which means that it was simply a full piece of cardstock cut in half. Okay, try and get a better quality cardstock for your base. And then this base here is 5 1/4 by 4. Okay. And then where you saw a bit of a double stamp, I'm not worried about it because I am putting my bunny there. So it's all good. This is something, unfortunately, that you cannot buy at the dollar store. And I cheated and used it. It is called a gel pad. They can be bought at Michael's. They can be used with inks and stuff to make backgrounds, and we will do some of that. But I love using it to hold my items in place when I'm making a card. So now, this is not fancy glue. It's just a refilled bottle of Elmer's. We're just going to pull the dry part out there. The weather, the temperature has been changing so much. And it is causing my glues to sometimes be a little bit off. But we deal and we carry on. So I am laying my background perfectly flat. But my bunny, I will, whoops, come on needle, go in. And you can get bottles at the dollar store with the fine tip. I suggest if you're going to be making more than a couple of cards that you go ahead and purchase them. Because let me tell you, it makes putting glue onto smaller items much less stressful. So there we go. We've got our background put on. Oh, and a quick tip. Make sure that you're always checking as you're adding items that your card base is not upside down. You don't want to be done your card and go, like, what a lovely card. My base is running this way and oh darn, it opens the wrong way. Oh darn, right? So just double check yourself. Now my little bunny here, I also bought this at the dollar store. I believe though that this one came out of the household or automotive or whatever you want to call it aisle. They didn't have any in the crafting aisle while I was there, but they had it in the automotive or whatever it's called. I don't know. So what I am doing is just taking this and I am just putting it on here, just like so. And if it doesn't feel sticky enough, I will take and add some of my own glue to the background. Okay, just a dab here and a dab there on the tape will work. Okay, after you're done, if you find your scissors are sticky from cutting this tape, use some cleaner and just wipe them down really well. There we go. There's one ear. This bunny wants to be difficult. There's the other ear. Okay. And now I am going to go ahead and I am going to take this, which is my sentiment, sending spring smiles. And what I am going to do is take my lightest shade of pink. I think I have a very light one here. Yes, here we go. Nice light one. And I'm going to use the lightest color, and I'm going to use this and just go around the edges to give it a bit of depth. I'm not worried about how far up or down it goes because I'm just adding some quick dimension. Okay, I don't want it to be perfect looking. I want it to be kind of rough. There we go, just like that. And you've got dimension. And what I am going to do is I am going to put it right up here. And once again, just using my glue. Like I said, it's just an Elmer's, but you could use the dollar store glue. Okay. Oh, I'm not fighting that needle again. And here we go. Spring smiles. Sending spring smiles. Nice and simple. And over here in my little pouch, I have some dollar store gems. And I'm going to have a look. I have so many gems. This is just a little pouch that I took with me to a crafty type thing. And so I think that I will use the green. It stands out better. I'll get this open. Wow, am I going to have to wash my scissors? Give them a little spray with cleaner, do a couple of things, come back, wipe them off, we'll be good to go. Alrighty. Now, these being dollar store, I'm going to be honest, they do not have the best sticky tack on them. So I like to just take, oh, come on, and put a little bit of glue on the back up. Let's pull it out. I want kind of a medium. I should be using my, I can hear you all shouting, where's your tweezers? Where's your pickup tool? I know, I should be using it. But I'm trying to do it with items that are easily found at the dollar store. And yes, I do believe you can now get, if I'm not mistaken, pickup tools from the dollar store. So you might want to look into that. They have like a little set of crafting tools that could be used like pickup tools. And I think one more of these teeny ones. Oops, 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 oops. My finger's slipping. And I think we are complete. I know you're supposed to use odd numbers when you're embellishing. But let's pretend 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So there we go, guys. A simple card made with items that you can buy at the dollar store. You could do the stamping, or the kids could do the stamping. The kids could color it in, and it could be sent to Grandma and Grandpa. Whoops. It's a simple, easy project, inexpensive, and will help fill some of this Easter break that's coming up or spring break that's coming up so quickly. I cannot believe that we are already into March and celebrating the beginning of spring. I love it. All right, guys. That was it. Just a quick little Happy Mail package that I wanted to share with you. And then some dollar store items used to make a card. Like I said, please remember, put some glue on the back of your gems and they will work fine for you. Happy spring, everyone, and we'll talk again soon. Bye.